Physicists will tell you to wad a piece of paper into a ball. Keep trying to compress it as much as possible. No matter what you do with it, it remains about 75% air. Plus, each time you crinkle it more, you set up more folded edges. The smaller these edges are, the harder they are to crush, because the structure becomes more and more rigid. We try to give you bits and pieces of information for you to put together to form your own framework. We keep repeating the word framework. As you can see by the illustration given above, a structure continues to become more and more rigid. Therefore, repetition of patterning becomes more and more rigid and more difficult to deviate from. What about facts? Facts are common beliefs by groups of individuals. A fact is only a fact as long as the belief maintains its validity. This happens when your beliefs are accepted by a group of individuals who believe the same as you do. This is where they say, it is a fact. Over periods of time, many of those facts that had been introduced have been found to be odd. These are no longer considered facts. A different belief has been found, and in finding others that believe the same and with enough of a consensus, this becomes a new fact that washes out the old. The true facts are that you exist in this life and outside it at the same time. You are between lives and in lives at once. You creators are birthed knowing how to create images from the multitude of energies available in what is called physicality. But you have covered yourselves over with a strong belief in things as opposed to images. It is your strong belief in the reality of things that does not allow you to remember that these things are only the images that you have created out of the multitude of energies available to you in this particle universe. You also were birthed to work with energy, but you block yourselves from that knowingness. From the rock, the plants, the animals, fish, birds, and the humans, they all funnel their emotions through a belief system. The belief system is what changes the emotional response of all things in physicality. If a rock did not believe it could be a rock, it could not be a rock. If plants and animals didn't believe they could live and grow and experience, they couldn't. The same with you. You believe, you exist, therefore you do exist. The significant factor between you and the rocks, plants, fish, birds, and animals is the richness of your beliefs. Humans are the only expression in physicality that has a belief system beyond the basics. What is imagination? When you look out into the sky and you see the sun and the moon and the stars and all of these other things, what you are doing is, you are picking up energy patterns that you are putting your stamp on. But they are still only your imagined image of those energy patterns. The stars that you see in the sky, you only perceive an invisible energy image and translate it through your imagination as what you call a star. You see planets and they are the same thing that you image into your imagined version of a planet. You, in the body, create everything that you see. You perceive energy patterns and project your image of that pattern and paint your own pictures. You look at a tree. That is an invisible energy pattern that you translate into the type of tree that you want to see. No two people image the same tree. The same thing with people and animals and fish and birds. Everything that you individually perceive and see. It is only energy patterns that you imagine into what you think it is, into what you believe it is supposed to be. You look at a cat or dog, a cow or whatever, and you will see beauty in that animal, because that is the image that you picked up from that energy image of that animal. You are the only one that fills in that picture. You paint your personal picture of that animal the way you want it to be. Some will see the beauty in the cow in one way. Some will see the beauty in that cow another way. Another will look at it and see it another way. It is an animal. They don't see the beauty in that animal because they're not interested in cows. You see, it's only the energy patterns that you take and you create your own individual images. If you have 5 children in the family, each of those children are going to perceive the energy image of mother and father in a different way. They take the energy pattern and they put their individual stamp on it, and they put different characteristics on those patterns to match what they feel is that mother or father image. And that image will be different for each of those 5 children. When you take pictures with a camera, either with film or digital, the camera picks up the energy pattern of the object that you are taking a picture of. Then when you see the image that the camera has taken, you imagine the resulting picture based on what you believe it to be. There is nothing to see. There is nothing to feel. There is only that which your beliefs create for you to see, feel, touch, or hear. That is why, when you change your beliefs, you will imagine your world differently. You have to believe that the body is real and not just a bunch of squiggly lines. This is all just psychological constructs, so you have to believe it is real. Just remember, you are not the body, that is only the vehicle for your experience in physicality. See how important and beneficial beliefs are? How can you change your beliefs if you don't change your mind? How often do you hear a person say to a waiter or whatever, "I'll take my usual, please"? How is that person ever going to evolve? They have found a comfort zone for themselves and they do not want to leave it. Their evolution has stalled to a great extent. The dreamer part of you and the physical part of you are not two different expressions. The dreamer part of you chooses the possibilities and probabilities for the physical you. These possibilities and probabilities are based on the intent and purpose of the evolution and direction of the physical you. That part of you that experiences through physicality. In order to act out the possibilities and probabilities in any way you choose. The choice is always yours. The dreamer you is ever experiencing itself as you in the physical. You concentrate so intently on physicality that you ignore the dreamer part of you that is always there. As an example, it is as if you were to place one of your hands in your pocket, then ignore that hand, saying to yourself, "Because it is in the pocket, it is no longer available to me." You have so conditioned your bodies that even when you sleep you try to monitor your dream experiences. We have said that before. What you're doing, when you're in the dream state, you are actually tuning into and connecting with the dreamer you to explore different plays. You'll say, "This is the belief system of the dreamer." No, it is the belief system of the body. When you have a belief system and you analyze it, it may not be yours in any way, shape, or form. You have just accepted it within the physical construct. It is not the belief system of the dreamer you, it's the belief system of the body. They talk about your out-of-body travel. The makeup of your body biology has mechanisms within it to allow portions of your awareness to leave your body and return. That mechanism is also in animals as well. They can go out and come back in just like you. When you go out of your body, your awareness perceives many different kinds of experiences. The thing is, when you come back into the body again, you have structured your physical construct to the point that you immediately conform it to what your established criteria is for you so that it becomes a rational experience. What you have actually experienced is something far greater than what you perceive when you're in the body. You put your experiences into a box, shall we say. You say, "This is what happened and that is what happened." Your awareness, when in an out-of-body experience, experiences far beyond what you could ever imagine. That is the same for sleep. Because you have refined your body to the point that everything has to go through your established belief system, you won't allow yourself any latitude in these areas. That is why we are saying, the more that you allow, the grander your experience in the physical can be. The awareness is not restricting you in any way. The awareness explores in various and numerous ways. You pull it in so tightly to the body and say, "Oh, well, this has to be this because this is what I believe." You see how you don't allow yourself the expression that the body contains within its very nature of its biology. The dreams are expanding experiences. And not limiting your dreams by so tightly monitoring them, and allowing your dreams and your 68 awareness to pick up multitudes of experiences, you are bringing more of the dreamer you into physicality. As you allow that to happen, you will change your belief system. By changing your belief system, you will have more allowance. You will have more different experiences, which again changes your belief system. It's an ongoing process. The more you allow the freedom and mobility of you to express and experience, you are growing, expanding, unlimited. The only limiting factor is you in the body pretending that your body has to be thus and so. You're not allowing your body to experience for your benefit. That's the whole idea behind keeping dream journals, to help you to continually expand your ability to experience. The more that you do that, when you begin to watch, you'll see changes. That is the changing process. We're trying to show you all the different ways that you can expand your awareness of that which you are in the physical construct, becoming more and more of the real you. That is why we have chosen observation as the easiest way to do it. The thing is, you still don't allow yourself the freedom of your observation. In every instance that we can think of, you have to make everything conform. You'll say, that doesn't mean anything. No. If you don't look at it for what it is, it doesn't mean anything. That is what holds you from the development that you seek. The evolution of you and your species is all there is.